Hello and welcome to the channel. So we've got this Silvertone, Sears Silvertone, and this is, let's swing it round and have a look, 1481 it is. Silvertone 1481. Now this amp is in because it's suffering from a severe attack of lackluster. It's very quiet. I mean, it plays and everything, but you can, when it's turned up flat out, you can still talk over it. It's very quiet. So we're going to have a look and see, just check the circuit out and possibly do some mods on this just to get a bit more gumption out of it. So we're going to get it out of the case and then we'll have a look at the chassis. Right, we've got this thing running. You can hear, sounds like we've got some capacitance hum there. So I'm not sure where that's coming from. It's had a new Vichy on there. So here's a portion of this. I thought this was totally disconnected. So it looks like we've got a bit of a ground issue with this can. So we need to take a look at that first. So we'll switch off, because this is quite an awkward chassis. Really don't like these type of capacitors. So the capacitor is disconnected, just the ground terminals being used, and so it's probably, although that's grounded okay there, don't quite know what's causing that at the minute. .22 microfarad on there. Must have been really budget, this amp. It's not even got a pilot light on it. So it's a phono, RCA jacks, I think they call them in the States. We tend to call them phono plugs, which is what we've got on there for the speaker socket. I think that's the transformer I can hear. I think what we'll do is we'll get the scope on it for a cathode resistor. Let's have a look. One, two, three. What? 22k? That can't be right. Must be looking at that wrong, eh? Is that 1287? Yep. One, two, three. 22k for a cathode resistor. So that's supposed to be connected to ground. a metal oxide 22k cathode resistor on that tube. Well, that would explain where some of the volume's gone, wouldn't it? Right, I've solved the problem of why we didn't have much output, and there's the offending item. That is a 22k resistor, and that was on the first stage of the cathode, so that is what it was. So I've got rid of that. I've put a 1.5k in there. I've put a 10 microfarad bypass capacitor over the first stage and 100 nanofarad over the second stage. This thing's thumping it out now. It is. It's thumping it out. So that's that sorted out. So it's not going to be a very long video, this one. That was a pretty easy fix, that. Now what we need to do is plug the speaker back in and just see about this ground. Just take the dummy load off and the scope and everything, because we don't need any of that now. I did all that. I was actually on the phone talking to somebody while I was doing that, which is why I didn't film it. Because I'm on a bit of a tight schedule to get some of these amps done and get them back. But that's pretty good. So let's take that off there as well, the signal generator, and let's get the speaker connected up, and then we can see what's left to do. Oh dear. Now that, I think, is being caused by not having any switching jack plugs on there, I'm guessing, because if I ground that out with the pliers, yes, yeah, and yeah, I bet if we plug a guitar into that, it stops that. So that's, yeah, that's what happens when you don't have switching jack sockets in these. So we may have to look at changing that. And there's actually two of them in there, and I don't know why. Or you've got, having two is just extra noise. Hardly going to get two people plugging into this amp. Should probably get rid of one of those and just disconnect one and just have a switching jack plug in there. Right, that's changed that. And the other thing was no grid leak resistor on it as well. So non-switching jack socket and no grid leak resistor. So we've got a 1 meg grid leak on there. You can see that's made it very quiet now. No squealing, and when you plug the jack socket in, it just works like a normal amp. That one's just disconnected. No point putting two in. They're both wired up exactly the same way. Right, I've got this Silvertone, and have a bit of a listen. It's about 10 times louder than it was before. And sounds a hell of a lot better. speaker's really nice as well. This guitar needs some new strings on it, easy shot. So that'll do it for this one. So we've had a bit of a listen to that. It's a bit of a short video, this one. We're just tinkering around with this, getting it sound better. So thanks for watching. You all take care, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye for now.